over 1 year into the new console lifecycle, and people are spending over $1,000 on scalped PS5s and Series X's? Please, everyone knows the real move is to buy a last generation console. Hear me out here. Not only are people dumping their old PS4s and Xbox Ones, but on top of that you have an absolutely enormous library of amazing games over the last few years for dirt cheap. On top of that, things like the Xbox One has actually gotten better, not worse, over the last few years. In addition to a ton of backwards compatibility, you've also got access to Game Pass, which is going to give you tons of games across your One, your Series X, your PC, and you've even got xCloud streaming, which has recently come to the Xbox One. So it seems obvious, right? Let's just head over to GameStop and pull up the Xbox One. Oh, $390 for a used Xbox One X. I can't think of any reason why these GameStop consoles are so expensive. Why am I spending $290 on an Xbox One S, which used to cost me $300 brand new? What are you doing? This all started recently when we were working on a video on the Xbox Series S and why at $300 and actually being in stock, it is surprisingly good. But while we were doing the research for that video, I was looking around at some of the prices on used consoles, specifically on the Xbox side, and I could not believe what I was seeing. Specifically looking at GameStop, the prices on used Xbox Ones, One S's, and One X's is astronomical. And to make things even worse, the GameStops, they have the Series S in stock for like $100 less than the used One X. A quick trip to eBay confirmed my suspicions. GameStop is charging way over what these consoles are worth. The Xbox One is typically on sale for less than $200 on eBay. The One S about $220, and the One X anywhere from $280 to $300. All of which is about $50 to $100 cheaper than GameStop. Which leads me to exactly one conclusion. I need to find out for myself. Normally boxes don't look this f***ed up until Ken's already thrown them on the table.
All right. Wait, really?
I swear I did not do that. Look.
Wait, they didn't even fill the...
Look at this.
How about fill your boxes with air next time?
So this is a certified pre-owned Xbox One S. It is cleaned, tested, and guaranteed.
COVID-free.
Wait. It's one of those newer great controllers. Oh.
Wait, what?
Oh, whoa. Okay. This is in decent shape. It's actually fairly clean. Sticks are a little chewed up, especially that right stick, but that's fine. All right. This is in pretty good shape. The top is pretty much immaculate. Maybe a little couple scratches here by the USB port, which is fair enough. Oh, you know what? It doesn't have the rubber feet. That's a little weird. No wonder it's scratched, because whoever lost the rubber feet, it means that it just does this on a table. This, at first glance, looks to be, I would say, above average quality. Like, better than you're gonna find in most sort of used retailers. How much was this? This was $290,
So that
right?
was $290,
Yeah.
but GameStop now has it on sale for their website at the low price of $225.99.
I ordered this 3 days ago. Are you serious?
Sounds like you ordered at the wrong time.
What about the other one?
Yeah, there is. Actually, there should be two more. There's one more.
Oh.
Wait, did they not send us
Did one of them fall out the box? So this is also a premium refurbished certified Xbox One. Should be, in fact, I think it says right here, data wiped, cleaned, quality tested, 30-day guarantee. I wonder if that 30-day guarantee means I get my $50 back on the Xbox One. So immediately this controller is in worse shape. Look at the right stick there. It's like gummed up. Like all the matte finish is kind of worn off. There's a lot of like hand juice that's been sort of eating into the plastic.
And it's the matte.
It's the matte one.
Okay.
All right. This was manufactured in 2015, so this is 2 years into the Xbox One's life cycle. Ports are actually, you know what? Ports look like they've basically never been touched. Like these are all completely minty.
The people that had these didn't use them, so.
You're not wrong. I think I am mostly happy with the condition of these consoles. I need to find our Xbox One X though. No, not in there. Okay, well. I'll be right back when we find an Xbox One X. Jared, is the camera actually on?
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, perfect. I swear if we open this up and there's just like empty air packets, I'm just gonna be over it. I'm just gonna be so over it. Oh my God, it's actually almost worse. It's just a little bit of paper. Well, that's just lovely. Okay, all right. Oh my God. The difference between the other two, these Xboxes and this Xbox One X, is that these were GameStop refurbished. This is just pre-owned or used, which I assume shouldn't make a big difference.
Yeah.
Oh, well that's not what I expected. Comes with a camo controller.
What the?
I mean, it's dirty as hell on the back. No, that's actually really good though. Oh my. There's no padding. Literally, it's an Xbox in a box, in another box, shipped.
I wonder how many extra scratches it got on its way here.
You know what? I'll tell you. Yes. I would say condition of this top is bad.
That's pretty rough.
It's fine enough. Like, I mean, obviously the Xbox should theoretically work. It has been seriously scratched to the top. There's also a dent on the side, probably from shipping, if I'm being honest. This one also doesn't have the little rubber feet. Does GameStop just remove the rubber feet? I like the One X, but like $390? They're selling these things. This was the only one they had in stock. The label said that it had been reformatted, what, 2 weeks before filming and shipped out here? So like, they must have got this thing and immediately flashed it and shipped it right back out. People are buying consoles. It almost doesn't matter what the console is. If it is vaguely modern, if it can play games, people are spending the money. And I can't believe it, but like people are spending $390 on an Xbox One X, which used to cost $400 like 3 years ago. Now, as a GameStop refurbished console, clearly this should be of incredibly high quality on the inside, right? Well, there's only one way to find out. Get my handy dandy iFixit out here. So I think I'm just gonna budge it and pull it apart. Aha! How hard could it be? Okay, so I've got that part up. You know what? We don't need the Xbox warranty sticker anymore. I'm pretty sure that's void in 2014. Hey, let's go. All right, so this is actually in totally fine shape.
I mean, it's got some dirt.
They've definitely taken apart though. Look, they put a 1 terabyte sticker on the optical disk drive, even though this is clearly a 500 gig hard drive. I'm actually gonna say good job GameStop. This actually looks like a refurbished console. I mean, it's still obscenely expensive, but I'm legitimately pretty happy with that. Also, shout out to the Xbox One, the OG. Look how much wasted space there is. Like, my whole hand fits inside here.
Why couldn't you put the power supply in there, Microsoft?
Yeah,
huh?
the power supply right here. Let's crack open the Xbox One S and see what's inside of that. Hey, that sounded good. Hey, look. Good noises. I hear good noises. You can't keep your secrets from me for long, Xbox Series 1 S X Edition. So, inside our Xbox One S is a completely clean looking set of internals. Look at that. This reminds me of this little Master Chief Easter egg. So we did a video on the Xbox One S when it first came out. And I think we were the first ones to spot the little Master Chief inside. And I remember that went viral, but everyone just took screenshots from our video and didn't credit us, and I was all sad about it. This looks good though. So this Xbox One S, the serial shows that it was built in 2017, and yet this is a 2019 hard drive. You know what? We're 2 for 2 with GameStop. They're actually properly refurbishing these. Why don't we open up the Xbox One X and see if they have really refurbished or done anything with that one? Because based on the condition, I'm gonna guess they haven't. A lot of screws. Plentiful amount of screws. I don't know what it is with forearm workouts for me lately. Now I'm just like,
What? Is it something you've been doing a lot?
very frequently on camera lately.
Oh, on camera?
Yep.
I hope you're getting paid for that at least.
We'll see. It's a burgeoning career. Everything I'm seeing here makes me really think that GameStop has never opened this, which makes sense. There's a lot of dust on the other side of what I assume is the power supply. So this thing, I will just tell you, is dusty. There's dust caked on the inside. This is probably the condition you would expect to get from something like eBay. Armed with $60 in my pocket, my next step was, of course, to head over to our friendly local GameStop to not buy more Xboxes, but to buy some used Xbox One games. And surprise, surprise, for $60, I actually was able to pick up quite a bit. And so, with our $60 of games from GameStop, I think we actually did pretty good. When you look at the One X compared to something like a Series S, this is really one of the main advantages. You just buy a disc or keep one of your old discs, throw it in, and you'll be good to go. Something you'll notice straight away is that the Xbox One has actually gotten pretty much all of the updates, or at least a lot of the updates, from the Series S and the Series X. So for example, this interface looks pretty much identical to what you get on those newer Xboxes. Now, you don't have the fast loading times, right? And Red Dead is a great example of a game that, while it looks great here, running in 4K, it takes forever to load on the original Xbox and Xbox One X. So if you're talking about spending about $300 on a One X or a Series S, what you'll find is that the One X generally gives you better image quality, right? Most games are gonna be running, if not at 4K, at pretty close to 4K settings. The flip side of that though is that you're not getting those higher frame rate modes that the Series S usually comes with. So a lot of games that can run at 60 at like 1080p on the Series S are running at 4K 30 here. It's gonna be a trade-off, right? Do you care about that more pristine image quality, or do you care about the better feature set, faster loading times, and whatnot? Another thing, though, that you should consider is the longevity of this console, right? The One X actually, I think, holds up surprisingly well today, even with games like Halo Infinite and Forza Horizon 5. But you also have to consider that how long is that really gonna last, right? More and more games like Microsoft Flight Simulator are coming out that are going to be exclusive to those newer consoles. In fact, Digital Foundry did an excellent video the other day where they talked about how a lot of games do look good on the One X, but there are ultimately some sort of issues that you're going to run into, especially long term. This will work fine for a while, but it's not gonna work forever. Now, if you think about this from the perspective of should you go out and buy an Xbox from GameStop? No, you shouldn't. Not even one of the refurbished ones. They're just too expensive. But if you're thinking about maybe buying a used Xbox One X, I don't think it's a crazy idea. And I think actually one of the best ideas of all is if you already have an Xbox One X, hold on to it. There's no reason really to upgrade to a newer system at the moment. But I think the One X is best.
What's up?
Have you come to revel in the glory of the Xbox One X? That 6-month code of Game Pass?
Yeah, you don't need these.